Native News Today.
And good afternoon. Welcome to the Native News Today. Jason Salzman along with Gerald Wofford. Big Mado for joining us this afternoon. We hope that wherever you're at, you're safe and dry and that enjoying your Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, make sure that stay out of the rain and everything like that. But nonetheless, we got a show to do here. And the skies are always sunny in the studio. So with that being said, we got a lot of stories coming up this week. First thing right off the bat we're going to talk about is the reintegration program at the Muscogee Creek Nation. What they do is they take individuals that have been incarcerated, fallen on some hard times maybe, and ingrain them back into society and make sure that that one stop isn't the last stop in their life. So it's a good job by them, and they are being actually nationally recognized too. So it's a great thing there. And we also got some stuff with some boxers too.
Well, Dana Barabo, a Kiowa boxing trainer with Tomorrow's Champions in Tulsa. We got a chance to talk with him and some of the boxers they're training out there at their gym as well. I think you and Jared got a chance to go out to Eufaula, the golf course?
Things happening out at Fountainhead Resort for the Creek Nation. It was recently demolished. They're getting some things in the workings for the golf course. We'll take a look at the Coweta Indian community as well as some good old Cherokee stuff as well with some Crawdad stories. So all that and more, come right back after this break. Hi, I'm Jason Salzman, and we're very proud of our program here at Native News Today. But what you may not know, it's just a small part of a fully functioning multimedia center, the Muscogee Creek Nation Communications Department. The Communications Department is involved in every aspect of media, whether it be print with the Muscogee Nation News, the official publication of the Muscogee Creek Nation, as well as graphic design. The graphic design department here can offer everything from event invitations to banners to even calendars and desk decals. It's all involved here, as well as photography, a professional grade studio where Muscogee Creek citizens can receive discount rates for things such as senior pictures and family portraits. So for all of your multimedia needs, please don't hesitate to come down to the Muscogee Creek Nation Communications Department, located in Altmauge at the Capitol Complex, or you can reach us by phone at 918-732-7720. Let us help you get your name out there.
Jason, we know that there are so many tribal services available out there, and you and producer Jared Moore got a chance to visit one of those very special programs this past week.
Yeah, the health system at the Muscogee Creek Nation, under its umbrella, has the reintegration program, and Tony Fish, the manager out there, does a wonderful job as far as the duties of this program. And just to tell you a little bit about it is basically getting inmates that have gone through the correctional system in the state of Oklahoma, and Native Americans, back into society, getting them back involved, and basically saying that, hey, what I said earlier, this stop off isn't the last stop in your life. You can better the quality of life for yourself and those around you even after you come out and have put in your time and being incarcerated. So the reintegration program does a wonderful job with those that have been put into correctional facilities and getting them out and on the right path to getting their life straightened out and things like that. So it is being nationally recognized, and with that in mind, we were able to go down and definitely wanted to talk to Tony Fish about some of the wonderful things that are going on at that program, nationally recognized for an award from Harvard University. I'll let Tony talk a little bit more about that because I don't want to just totally give it away, but the award recognizes tribal programs throughout the United States doing wonderful things and providing service to its citizens. So one of the wonderful things about the reintegration program is not only are they getting the job done around here, but people around the country are noticing as well. And when you have an institution like Harvard noticing your work and wanting to salute that, that's just a feather in the cap of any organization, be it a small tribal organization located in Henrietta, Oklahoma. You wouldn't think of just an organization being able to raise eyebrows and make some noise on a national scale, but they have done just that, and the Muscogee Creek Nation is very proud of that program and the work that they continue to do to provide service to citizens no matter their background. All right, we're here at the Muscogee Creek Nation Reintegration Program in Henrietta, Oklahoma, and I am joined by Mr. Tony Fish, the program manager. And Tony, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule today to speak with us a little bit about the reintegration program and the things it does for the Creek Nation. So thanks a lot, Tony.
Thank you, Jason, for having me.
No problem. Now, one of the things I want to talk about mainly is we had some big news here yesterday as I was running through some things, looking at the news out there. The Muscogee Creek Nation Reintegration Program is a finalist for a national award. And, Tony, I know you're very proud of that. And tell us a little bit about that award that you are up for.
Yes, Jason, we are very proud of that. It's from the Harvard University Economic Development Program, and it's the Honoring Nations program that Harvard has. And we are one of the 10 finalists. We started out at 133 nominees across the country, and we've gone through the process of evaluations and everything and got down to the final 10. And what they do is they celebrate tribal programs across the United States that makes a direct impact upon the citizens they serve. And it has to show good tribal governance, sustainability, transferability, and significance to sovereignty. And sometimes that, the way the statistics are in Oklahoma, that 90% of those that's incarcerated will return back into the community at some point in time. Now, oftentimes there is no type of services available for them, and I'm talking immediate needs: housing, clothing, food. And one thing that the Creek Nation does is they have this program, that the reintegration program, that addresses those immediate needs. And basically they knock down some of the barriers to transition for those guys.
And that's the most important thing, is making sure that they know that once they get out, there is an opportunities for them that are provided, and they have what they need to get back into society. And that's kind of where you guys come in and with this program and why it's so needed. And me and you talked about the testimonials of some of the guys and everything like that have come out of the program, and some of these individuals. And how does it make you feel as the manager and the person overseeing this project and the running of this program? How does it make you feel when you hear we've made it back into society, we're doing good, and it's because of the help that we've gotten?
It makes me feel really good because it allows us to give back. To me, it's like a calling on my life to be able to serve and to give back to people that, more or less are less fortunate than me. It also gives me great feeling to know that through rehabilitation of these individuals, that we provide a sense of protection to society by offering them an alternative to reincarceration.
Yeah, and that's one of the great things. And not only have you done that here and been recognized by the tribe, but being recognized nationally now. So it's a great thing, and it's wonderful that we're up for this award, and we feel proud to be part of the Creek Nation and the fact that this program is doing such great things. So going to be looking forward to that out there, and that'll be in Phoenix, Arizona.
Be in Phoenix, Arizona, October the 21st.
October the 21st. So we'll be looking forward to hearing from you guys out there, and making sure that we come back with the award there and everything goes good, and gonna do the best we can out there to showcase the reintegration program. And win, lose, or draw, this is a winning program here. No matter what, no matter where we go or what accolades we receive, this is a winning program. And Tony and his staff here do a wonderful job making sure that it stays that way. So Tony, thanks a lot for your time today, and you guys keep up the great work here.
Thank you, Jason. I appreciate it.
Jason, we get a chance to cover a lot of stories here, so many unique backgrounds, so many unique stories about Native Americans because they do so many unique things out there. The sports stories is something that's always dear to our hearts because not only do we cover the different stories like sports stories here on Native News Today, but we also write the sports for the Muscogee Nation News.
Yeah, and it's one of the things that we like to do probably the most about our job is to follow the sports stories going on. And even when we're not working, we're just tossing around stuff in the office about the movers and shakers in the sports world, who's up in the standings. I'm always giving Gerald a hard time about the Yankees. He's always giving me a hard time about the Cardinals. So right now baseball is getting into that stretch run to where everybody's making a playoff push. So
hey, we do have
it's been heated around here. Yeah.
We do have to compliment the Cardinals, okay? Yeah. My hat's off to them. Always winning on a consistent basis. Seem to always be there in the playoff hunt.
Yeah, and this guy, 26 world championships, it speaks for itself. So I got to give it up to him too. But we've battled through injuries this year too. I want to just point that out.
Well, speaking of battling, this next story is not exactly about baseball, but about boxing. Dana Barabo, he's a Coweta boxing trainer, boxed himself as well, maybe the first family of boxing. The Barabo family has a brother, Carl, that trains boxers at the Riverside Indian School down there in Anadarko. It's also related to B.J. Wagner and Billy Wagner, who've done some local boxing here. I think a lot of the boxing fans know that name. We caught up with Dana at the Tomorrow's Champion boxing gym there in North Tulsa. Him and trainer Mike Cooper, who is Muscogee Creek, train a lot of boxers there, Native American and others. Tell them the sport of the sweet science and how it's actually helped a lot of the kids there in that neighborhood and to live more successful lives.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that boxing can do. Not only are you getting in there just throwing fists, it teaches you a lot about hard work and discipline and things like that. So it's a well-rounded science there that you get to figure out.
You know, it takes a lot to make a gymnasium very successful here, and Tomorrow's Champions here in North Tulsa is certainly no exception to that rule. A lot of young boxers come through these doors here looking to become better, not only athletes in the ring, but someday perhaps even become champions, whether that's amateur or professional. This man here on the side of me is one of the trainers here who certainly helps put the boxers in shape and get them ready for that fight. Talking with Mr. Dana Barabo here. Dana, we appreciate your time. Tell us a little bit about this gym and the type of boxers that you have that come in here.
The gym is on north side. It's a strengthening gym, sweat gym. It's a traditional boxing gym that we have here. The kids that we train are wonderful kids. We try to, if they succeed in the boxing gym, they'll succeed outside in school. They'll succeed outside of school, college maybe, go farther with their lives. And we just try to get them ready to do the best they can do, and hopefully they win. If they lose, they're still champions with us. So, I've been in the boxing since I was a kid. My uncle Bill, Byron John, my brother Carl Barabo from Riverside. It's been in our family for years. So all we're trying to do is make champions out of everybody that walks through this door.
That's what I was about to inform our watching audience out there. That last name you probably recognize, Barabo, and you might have been saying, Barabo. I know Carl Barabo down at the Riverside who teaches the boxing school down there near Lawton in Anadarko, and this, of course, is his brother here. So I guess the Barabos may be one of the first families of Indian boxing in the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah, we are. Besides my uncle Bill Wagner and BJ and all them guys, Like I said, we just want every kid that walks through this door to become champions in the ring, outside the ring, wherever they preside in their life. That's what we're looking for.
We hear about the different dedications of different sports, what it takes to be a football player, what it takes to be a basketball, baseball. But in your opinion, what does it take to be a top-notch boxer?
It takes commitment. It takes 3-4 hours a day. It takes hard work. With Mike, he trains everybody one-on-one. He tries to stick with the regular boxing routine. It's just dedication here. It's 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, and that's how come we got 3 world champions right now.
Dana Barabo, appreciate your time. And as we mentioned in the earlier news segment that we had, sports is certainly something that's dear to our heart. We're going to continue on with some sports-related stories, if you will, concerning the Muscogee Creek Nation. A lot of Native Americans like to play golf, right, Jason?
Yeah, just about any festival you can think of. Well, some of us play it, some of us try to play it, but it's a fun game no matter what. You go out with a group of 3 or a group of 4, and just everybody have a good time out on the golf course. It's a relaxing game. I've always liked it, but the thing about it is Gerald's right. You look at any Creek Festival or Cherokee Holiday or Seminole Nation Days, there's always a golf tournament. We Native Americans like our golf, we like our football, and OU football specifically for most of us Native Americans. But golf definitely is one of the things. I talk to a lot of skins out there, and they're always playing golf. And Native American Times has an annual golf tournament. It's very, very evident that that's a game that we like to play.
Well, I know it is specifically for you, and I know that you've played for a few years here. Jason, if you're comfortable telling our watching audience out there, because there's some diehard golfers out there that know now that you're a golfer, and they may be wondering, well, I wonder what his golfing average is.
Oh, geez, Gerald, I try to stay somewhere in the upper 80s, low 90s. I know it's not very great, but it's still try to push it down as much as I can and challenge myself against some of the tougher courses in the state and some of the more well-known courses in the state. And one of those courses is the Fountainhead State Park Golf Course, and it's been a staple of the golfing community as far as the state parks go over the years, for many years, being reputable and a lot of people playing golf out there in the Eufaula area. But you look at the state parks, Arrowhead, Roman Nose, and Fountainhead, it's right up there. And now the Muscogee Creek Nation is just a few short steps away from taking control of the Fountainhead Golf Course.
Passed a resolution, tribal resolution for two to rent to sublease the Fountainhead Golf Course from the state of Oklahoma. It still has to be approved by the Corps of Engineers, but we're told it's just a formality. Talked to the tourism director this morning. They are actually still running the golf course and going to run it for a portion of this week and hopefully until Friday. That's what we hope. There were some amendments made to the agreement, and Chief has signed and National Council has approved, but it'll have to go through here, back through our Attorney General's office, back to Oklahoma City for their formal approval, and I think it'll be approved. Yes, it is an 18-hole golf course. We've had professional golf course people in here, Robert Trenton Jones to be exact, and they like the layout of the course. It's just a little bit short, 6,900 yards. It takes 7,200 yards to be a championship course. But we've looked at it, and we have plans to go along. We have the Fountainhead Lodge is completely torn down now. They're hauling off the debris, and hopefully we're going to start the environmental process and start the trust application, and hopefully we can combine all of these two together. It's probably not a big win situation right now, but in the next 3 or 4 years it'll be a super win for the Creek Nation. There's a lot of work that has to be done to it, and we're talking about a Band-Aid approach right now just to make it better than it was, and then having a long-range plan with the golf course along with our hotel, restaurant, and hopefully we get it in trust to casino. But we plan to try to go ahead with the hotel and restaurant and that facility now while we're in the process of putting it in trust.
Our next stop here will take us to the Coweta Indian community, and Gerald Watford was out there this week. And Gerald, some things going on at the Coweta Indian community. They always are able to have a lot of things going on out there and provide a good time and a lot of fellowship for their citizens.
That's right. Well, Jason, we know that the communities of any tribe is the backbone, if you will, of today's modern tribal government. The communities all come together, and in each of them having their own special districts and areas that they have. For the Muscogee Creek Nation, the Coweta Indian Community Center, which is actually spelled with the K instead of the city spelling with the C.
Recognize the traditional spelling, folks. Don't believe everything you see on a highway sign, you know what I mean, or a water tower.
And if you get confused when you see Muscogee spelled with the K, yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not spelled with the K. That's not right. Muscogee is the actual name for this tribe, Muscogee Nation. So the right spelling is with the C, just in case everybody out there don't want to offend any of the Muscogee people. But right is right, and we'll tell you if something needs to be spelled right. Next time you see a water tower, and just maybe question the spelling here in Oklahoma, because this is Oklahoma is actually a Cherokee word. So.
Well, our definition of potato there, but speaking specifically about the Coweta Indian Community Center, this past Monday they celebrated their 25th anniversary as a community. Jason, I got a chance to meet with a lot of the tribal citizens up there. So many great things happening with that community. They honored the past and are certainly looking forward to the future. And a special meeting, they had a cake there, had a special dinner, of course, and everything, and all the citizens were so excited about honoring that past, looking forward to the future there. So here's a celebration of the Coweta Indian Community Center.
And one of the things, Gerald, I want to ask you if you got 2 pieces of cake or 1. Just kidding.
involved in the today's rat race, what happens on Wall Street, what happens in New York City. We're just concerned what happens here in Coweta and what happens in our own homes.
My name is Leonard Gouge. I'm the current chairman of Coweta Community, and this is our 25-year celebration. The community's been around 25 years. Prior to that, the community was trying to organize, get together, and establish themselves. And Muscogee Creek Nation gave us the charter, which happened to be 25 years this year.
25 years and we're still here and we're still moving forward. And the Indian community is a vital part of this city now. The mayor is Creek. He's on the Creek rolls. He has assisted us many times in our fundraising endeavors when we were first just starting out. And now we don't have to depend on anybody, but we can help others with what we have now.
I think it goes back to what everybody talks about, how the drive and determination of Indian people are in the Muscogee Creek Nation. That we are just a hardworking people up here, trying to work and live our daily lives and be supportive of one another. And in hard times and trying times, this community reaches out and helps and assists in our community members.
Let's take a quick break. You're watching Native News Today.
Hey, this is Adman. Smoking is the leading cause of preventable death in the United States.
Hey, this is Craig Jeezy. Smoking accounts for 400,000 deaths in the United States each year.
Yo, I'm the Silverback and we're the Jasper Kings, and we'd like to invite you to join us at the Native Voice for Native Youth talent show and concert for tobacco prevention.
We have too many kids smoking when they're young.
Thanks, and we hope to see you there.
We got too many kids smoking when they're young. Got too many kids.
Jason, once in a while we like to pull something out of our archive file, if you will, because Native News Today, and we humbly say this, is beginning to build some history on the airwaves.
Yeah, I think this is, I don't want to like guesstimate here, but I think this is like 117 the episode. No, 118. Thank you, Jared. Off camera work there. He's a Renaissance man, if you will. 118 episodes, and as you sift through all of those, you know, you can come up with some pretty funny stuff and some good stuff too. But the thing is one of these next stories we're going to show you is from a little bit down the road. Well, I don't know what episode it was, Gerald, or whatever, but I know this is near and dear to your heart because I think actually during this story you actually hear the phrase coined, Cherokee Heaven.
That's right.
I think so. I mean, if I'm not correct.
You are absolutely right. I'm impressed because, as we mentioned, the history of the Native News Today, this news segment that we're going to show you here from our archive file was actually shot 2 years ago.
Really?
And yeah, it was. So it's been a while. Can you imagine that?
I can't believe I remembered that. Yeah.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. And I guess, as you could say, an ode to the end of summer, if you will, as we're beginning to approach the fall season. We wanted to say, you know, one last farewell to the summertime. And always a historical, traditional event is the crawdad hunting. That a lot of Native Americans like to go out and get those crawdads during the summer.
Yeah, I do that, you know, just anyway. You know, when I was a kid, we'd catch them all the time, you know, no matter when it was. So, but that was the best time. And now we're going from summer, and you said it's the transition from summer. We go from crawdads to Comanche.
Yeah, that'll be a little bit later. So
impressive.
So many things happening here. So special archive file from Native News Today. We hope that you enjoy this special ode to the crawdad season.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Cherokee Heaven, the ultimate delicacy in fine food. Crawdad. Place there in there.
Affiliated woodpecker.
Look at that. Triple crown.
All right, that's going to tie things up for this episode of Native News Today. We certainly hope everybody had a great time out there. We know we did. We always do here. And we just want to say, hopefully you got the information you needed this week. If it was the Muscogee Reintegration Program with a national accolades from Harvard University, might have been that you enjoyed the boxer story, Native American trainers and fighters doing great things out there. You just might have been interested to find out that the Creek Nation is just steps away from assuming control of Fountainhead Golf Course, or your cup of tea might have been the Coweta Indian community celebrating a wonderful anniversary. But this guy over here, I know what his favorite segment was. The Crawdads. He's the king of crawdads.
Oh, well, speaking of which, if our watching audience is curious, I did just have one piece of cake, Jason. At
Okay.
Because there's so many members at the community center celebrating that night, everyone had their piece of cake and they got to eat it too.
Good. So you didn't pull a Milton off Office Space, huh?
No.
Okay, good. Wonderful. Okay, now we want to say to everybody out there that stops us out and about, guys, wonderful show, watch it all the time. Thank you. We really appreciate that, and it makes us what we do that much more enjoyable. So we're going to wrap it up here, and for myself and Gerald Wofford and the great staff here at Native News Today, I want to thank you guys, and we'll see you next week.